All right. You guys know what I'm contending with. Lots of rain this season. I'll have to show you guys how much rain we've gotten. This is one of four green stalks that I have. These were some volunteer eggplants, so I've just let them grow. These two tiers, I'm doing beans. Lots of basil down here. I've got a tomato plant in here. This is just an extra pepper plant that needed a home. And we have vine borers that are, they've gotten me so discouraged. I don't even grow cucumbers anymore. But I'm trying these out. These are from Baker Creek. I'm going to see how they do. They are a bushing variety, so I planted a few of them in here. I have various plants that do need home. This is St. John wort. It is an herb. I'm going to get that planted up one of these days. And then the stevia is over here already flowering, and it needs to be put in this container. So hopefully I'll get to that. And then I did just a few containers in here, some flowers. Some are doing better than others. Um, Beautiful dragonflies. I'm always amazed at dragonflies because we didn't see any when we lived in the subdivision. Everybody sprayed their property, but out here we don't spray. So this would be my picturesque view of the garden in all its glory, the good, the bad. I just love this little corner, bee balm, and these beautiful calla lilies. Previous homeowners planted them here and they come back every year. So kind of happy about that. This lavender and the bees are just loving it. So excited about that. This is another one of my green stalks. Some things really need to get cleaned out. The strawberries have taken over, and that's perfectly okay. These are nothing but daylilies that do need to be thinned out. Haven't gotten around to doing that. I did try to tuck and trellis quite a bit of this rose. I'm definitely going to have to get a new trellis for it once this season is over. It has outgrown it. It is a climbing rose. It's a David Austin rose. Can't remember the variety, but it's stunning and it smells absolutely beautiful. And these are some brassicas that are kind of covered. I'm hoping to still enjoy some collard greens as the season goes on. Lots of beautiful flowers. This is my favorite green stalk. I love nasturtium, one of my favorite things to grow. The flower, the leaves, all of it is edible. And some of the peppers are kind of struggling this year with all the rain, and the bugs have gotten to it. But they're still producing. But again, this one is absolutely my favorite green stalk. It's full. It's lovely. More flowers in here. Some things have just not have done as nice as I would have loved them to have done this year because of all the rain, like these zinnias. We'll see how the foxglove does. The impatiens are struggling with all this rain. I think this columbine, had to think of the name, columbine, is done for the season. I did end up planting some beans. Kind of proud of myself. I made this trellis using just a simple tool. I am not a handy dandy girl, but I did make this trellis. I ended up cutting this cattle panel and just creating just like a hook here. And then I planted these beans. I'm excited to see how they do. The variety of beans that I ended up putting in here is new for me this season. It's called Adventist Pole. And I got them from Baker Creek. They are named after the Seventh-day Adventists that are known for their plant-based diet. And also they have the only blue zone. They live in the only blue zone here in the U.S. in Loma Linda. So I am excited to see what they taste like. And then, of course, the tomatoes are still in the show thus far this season. I have these orange peels in here. It is a method I'm trying. I do have some overgrown roly-polies that have been eating quite a bit of some of the seeds that I plant. And then this is a volunteer. I don't know if it's a winter squash, a cucumber, a summer squash, but it's free food and I'm gonna just see what it does. this is beginning to be the aesthetics of this area until I could get my fence and figure out some things, and that's perfectly okay. The mini orchard. Some of these plants have made a major comeback after being decimated by the deers, so I'm excited about that. My goal is to plant a variety of plants that the deers hate but are great companion plants for these fruit trees, like yarrow, more lavender, and of course Tulsa that has reseeded itself everywhere. Marigolds, just to name a few things. I have very low coleus. I do have very low expectations for the orchard this year. It is their first year in the ground, so my goal is to keep them alive. A lot of these plants are making a comeback after being destroyed by the deer. So there's quite a bit of leaf growth on them. And again, my elderberry is making a comeback. So I'm kind of excited about that. I did get new cages for them in hopes of keeping the deer out of this area. And then, let's see here. Like, this raspberry literally shot up. These are literally my best tomatoes. I cannot even keep up with them. I have to get in here almost daily just to prune them. There's no way I'm going to keep them on this trellis. They will just they have totally outgrown this trellis. Yeah, like in here, these are suckers. I'm having to get in here. I let this sucker get away and it's growing like a whole new, tomato plant. So, yeah. So things have kind of exploded back here. I'm not even, gonna lie. I'm really excited and about how everything has turned out in this space. It really has turned out really nice. I've harvested quite a bit of things out here, and there's still more things that need to get harvested, like this onion. These onions need to come and get harvested. I have beets in here that need to get harvested. Peppers are out of control in here. I did get some beans. Some of the beans that I planted in here did come up. Some of them did struggle, and that's perfectly okay. I'm not sure what the carrots are going to do, but I'm just gonna let them do their thing in here. Weeding is definitely an issue. Again, this is my first year growing in this space, so I had very low expectations, and this has totally, super exceeded my expectations. Berries are coming in. I'm having to come in here and fix the netting to try to keep the birds off of them. I'm definitely going to have to prune this berry bush at some point. But like I said, everything has, over exceeded my expectations. The squash plants. We do have horrible vine borers, so I'm having to come in here regularly and just check the bottom of these plants. The okra that I planted in here, it got bullied out of here by these squash plants, and that's perfectly okay. These are just some free food. These are volunteer tomato plants, so I've left them. The only thing that has me really concerned is my, grapevine, and I may have to call Stock Brothers. They may be having to replace this. All right, I'll keep you guys updated on how the garden is doing. I'm very excited and thrilled about this space.